First thing I want to do is thank you all so very much for coming. This is a celebration of Maria's life, and I know she is very, very happy to see you here. And I use that verb "is" advisedly because I know she's up there looking down on us, checking out, making sure we're doing it right. Yeah, you know her, don't you? Okay. There's I can't possibly mention all the names here tonight, but not mine yet, is it? Anyway, there are a few names I will call out, and the very first one is my son David, who's over here. When times were really bad for us, David was a rock. There were things that I didn't even know needed to be done, and David did them. He took care of things and relieved me of a lot of burdens, and I'm so grateful to him. And he's largely, as I say, responsible for arranging all this tonight. I thank you. And some other things he did is he helped his mother travel. His mother is now in the Pacific Ocean. She's on Mount Rainier. She's on McDonald Creek near Kalispell, Montana. She is in the Arms of God. And you all know what the Arms of God is, don't you? The Brazos River. The Brazos River, the full name is Brazos de Dios, which means the arms of God. And I think that's appropriate because she's in his arms up there, and now she's in his arms down here. And she's also in the Pedernales, or as Lyndon Johnson liked to say, the Perdonalis. That was not a bright spot in our political history, was it? And also, I got to thank Chris for doing a lot of the arranging here and for hosting the place. Chris and Ronnie, thank you so much. Chris is more like Maria's younger sister than she is a friend, and I think probably that's true for all of you, is that you are friends who over the years have become family, and we really appreciate it. Got a big family now, look at you all.
Hope everybody has a glass of something, because as you knew, my mom liked to have a schluck. Right, so loved her wine, loved her friends, loved all of you. 1, 2, 3. Prost, Maria! So the story I have, and Dad reminded me the other day, so when I was a teenager, in the house, my mom had this copper rooster. So my mom loves roosters, and it's cut out of copper, and the feathers were very, very sharp. So, she was cleaning house one day, and she went right past it, and somehow or another it stuck straight through her leg. And, it was sticking out. It came all the way through. A very shallow wound. But of course, I was a smart-ass teenager, so what did I do? I laughed. I made fun of her, right? Dad had to take her to the hospital. She had to get a tetanus shot, had to get it cleaned up. She was very, very happy, yes. So here we are, 30-something years later, Mom has passed, and Dad and I needed to get something down off of a top shelf, right? So we needed a basket, and it was off the top shelf. What's right next to the top shelf? The copper rooster, right? I see it up there. I'm like, that's the rooster that got my mom. I need to be careful, right? I need to be careful. So I get the basket off the top ever so carefully, and it moves some well. So I move it a little bit more, and I get the basket, pull off the basket. Sure enough, off the shelf comes the copper rooster going right at my youngest son, Matthew. So I'm like, oh my God. So I reach out and grab it, and what happens? The rooster got me and sliced me right in the hand. So who had the last laugh? Mom had the last laugh. So, she was always a trickster, always loved her friends, always loved something funny. So, miss her a lot, but so glad you guys are here. Love all you guys. Cheers.
I've always been close to my cousin John Graham over there. And after he was smart enough to marry Chris, they ended up posted around all kind of places, and one of them was posting in Germany. And I happened to be going over quite a bit, and every time I was in the neighborhood, I would drop in on Chris and Johnny. She had me in stitches before you knew it, and I called Chris over, and I said, you have to meet this lady. I think y'all are going to be bosom buddies. Well, there are 4 Schluck sisters, and Chris is one of them. And I like to take credit for it because, all ultimately they were through Fredericksburg, and it just kind of, Providence that everyone came together. And now I just met Uda, and I was like, this is crazy. All these Germans end up in Fredericksburg. I kind of get that, but still, that everybody knew each other is really divine providence. So I think it's great we're all here together. And remember somebody who just made me laugh all the time.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. Has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace.